So Bessel van der Kolk and his amazing book, The Body Keeps the Score. He is a Dutch-American psychiatrist who has been actively and even obsessively working with patients with post-traumatic stress disorders since the 1970s. Be sure to write in the comments what you thought of this book and whether it was easy or difficult for you to read. Because I liked the book, I read it twice, several years ago and now. And in this kind of literature, you always find something that for some reason you didn't notice the first time. You wonder, how did I not see that? Well, at some point, I just wasn't ready for it. The same thing, by the way, happens with movies, when you watch films, or when someone close to you tells you some stories. And the person says, but I already told you this. You say, yes, you did. And here it's really interesting. Why did you unconsciously choose not to hear this information? And here it's very important. We sometimes ask ourselves, why don't we get rich right away? Why can't we get married right away? Have children, make some kind of leap, move somewhere, start a business? How come? But this level of readiness actually shows itself at every level. I mean, even something simple. You're just not ready to hear this information. You're not ready to perceive it at all. Then later you might hear it, but it just doesn't seem to stick. A lot of you wrote in the comments that it's like you understand it intellectually, but you just can't do it. It's like it just hasn't matured yet into that internal resolve to actually do it. It's like you don't have that permission. By the way, it's the same with information too. These processes of our inner development are very directly connected to psychological defenses and to how we choose to forget information. By the way, Kolk writes a lot about this, doesn't he? We can remember traumatic events in a very fragmented way, very chaotically and selectively. Some pieces may be completely inaccessible in a person's memory. He can't remember at all that it happened. You also mentioned in the comments that you don't remember yourself as a child. And this I don't remember myself as a child is actually a very negative marker, so to speak, of what was happening there. Because it's hard to suddenly repress a wonderful, carefree childhood. More often, this happens with some kind of traumatic experiences when a child simply can't bear it. Their psyche just can't process this, yes, this burden. And so it just chooses this kind of black box, yes, to pack it away deep into the unconscious. Somewhere down there, into the basement, yes, deeper under the layers. So Cole gave us a good example regarding, of course, soldiers who have gone through this tough school of life. And you can really see with them how much they certainly can't be compared to patients who have experienced traumatic experiences in civilian life. On the one hand, it seems like it's not really correct to compare them, but on the other hand, that's the reality. So we can't say that someone who came back from war is more traumatized than, say, a woman who was raped. And it seems like both of them developed PTSD and both of them suffered. But they reacted to it differently. They had different nervous systems, yes. And at the same time, we understand that PTSD among military personnel, well, we just see what it turns into. We see it, this despair, this inability to reintegrate into society. That is,